Yay, we're live.
Hey everybody, how we all doing tonight?
We got a
Hi.
Twitch. That's what this week ended up with. We have a Twitch account now.
Yes, that is very true. Possibly starting next week, we may start our streamings for Total Justice Gaming on Twitch. We have a channel, we have a thing. We're gonna figure it out this week and see what happens.
If not, we'll just be streaming video games for a little bit till we can get all this on there.
Acclimated over.
Acclimate being the key word.
Yep.
What that actually means, I have no idea. I'm just usually
I have
streaming.
some ideas, and I actually have a way that might be able to make things a lot easier that we're going to test after the show tonight.
Well, I mean, if anything, that's going to give us a prettier overlay than just our backs.
Yep.
We'll be using it for multiple gaming purposes, meaning we can actually stream our Heroes of the Storm where everybody tells me, no, you're going the wrong way. No, Joe, just stay there and soak for us. No, Joe, the objective's up. You need to go. Don't go into the group of 5 people, Joe. Hey, Joe, why are you playing the panda still? You have other people now.
It's okay. I was doing awful in Destiny last night after not playing for a few months.
So the other news is we still got Street Fighter. I did pre-order Overwatch, so there will be an Overwatch stream when that comes out, not just from... I'm assuming Matt and Jesse will be streaming once we get everything set up and I can add them
My
on.
Twitch feed won't turn off once Overwatch comes out.
Yeah, but I'll be doing a weekly show with Hanzo. We may actually get into some other gaming. I may sit there and scream like a little girl for an hour every other night, playing Alien Isolation on the hardest difficulty.
Oh, I thought you were going to be one of those awful people and play Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
I mean an
I'm
actual...
actually, I actually might jump in on the. There's a couple of. Oh, that's what's going on. Stupid thing. Sorry, my computer's being a jerk to every right now. I have to restart it as soon as we're done. I gotta postpone 1 hour. Crazy security updates.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have some ideas myself. There's a couple of games I'm looking into doing something myself. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna do it. I'm probably gonna start doing a Twitch channel. I'm gonna definitely. It looks like I'm gonna run a Let's Play. I've got a few games that are able to be played on Twitch that I've been trying to play right now that aren't banned from the list. Hey man, Hoodie Cam Studio just has suggestive themes.
Yeah, there's no reason actually for that to be banned. I looked into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're playing Rumble Roses Double X. Got it.
That's actually on the list. You can't play that.
On a list of UFS-related things.
Sorry, we're all talking about other things at the moment, but yeah, we have some plans. We are to have some different directions with Total Justice Gaming as a gaming group, and we have some plans in the next few months we're going to start implementing, and we'll see how they go.
But for a UFS-related thing, once those Indian starters comes in, I plan to start recording a new how to play video to try and submit to Jason.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone wants to help out with editing for it, that would be nice because I'm basically gonna record a bunch of other extra things, and I would like to have help with editing it so it can look a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can get it out within 3 months of it releasing.
Speaking of Indians and the lowly people at level 99 games, I have to give a personal thank you. We all do. Joe's, yours is going to be on the way by this weekend, hopefully, or Monday. Brad sent us 3 copies of Millennium Blades for myself, Matt, and Joe.
Here's yours, Joe.
Matt has already got his fully sleeved up, and we got to play a head-to-head game today of it.
All right, so let me ask real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. How many Dragon Shield boxes do I need to buy for this?
I would suggest, if you do not want to invest in sleeving it too much money in the beginning, just buying penny sleeves. Because it took me almost 700 sleeves to sleeve it all.
All right, so 7 boxes of Dragon Shields. Got it.
Yep. But I enjoyed it. It was everything I expected, which is the best part.
Including the bills.
Yeah. Matt and I played literally each other's first games of it. I'm playing it with just literally learning the rules as we go, and I almost beat Matt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build the best deck plan. Let's see what happens.
If we had learned how Turnian collections worked properly, he probably would have won.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because you would have been able to turn in anything. With the cards I had left, I would have gotten like 3 additional points.
Yep.
So if you had turned in a 3-card set, you won.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it a lot. It's a great game. I hope people take the time. If you have a group together that buys board games together, this should be on your list.
If you like card games, it's great. If you like themes, it's great. If you like really bad puns making fun of your favorite things, including Mega Man, it is awesome.
Yep.
Set is called the Mechanical Numerical Masters. And the card I have in my hands is the Inept Robotic Assistant. Also, possibly a reference to Roll. There's stuff like the Wily Dr. Riley, Arm Blaster Man V. And there's parody sets for almost everything.
Yep.
Like,
I enjoy it. I can't wait to play it with some of my other friends that I play just board games with that I don't see often. So yeah, Brett, thank you so much. That was we were expecting to get 1 copy for Matt and I kind of thing, and we got 3, and that's amazing. And we greatly appreciate it, and we are planning to do me and Matt are going to plan to put together a full review video within the next few weeks. And just run down this amazing game.
Yeah, the plan is to do like a video talk show thing. If I can figure out how to angle the camera to show off as much of the field as possible, do an actual gameplay video. And if I can't do that very well, I'll do a stream that I end up just putting up.
Yep.
So you can at least see how the gameplay works, with, like talking it out and whatnot.
We got a plan. We'll see what happens.
And then we're also going to be getting Exceed at some point for everyone who likes Red Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
But I'll talk with Brad about that later on. But for now, we should get into the nitty-gritty of those spoilers, I think.
What do we have?
I think let's do one thing. Let's take 2 seconds. And there was a PTC last weekend in the great centralized location of Las Vegas, Nevada, a month ahead of the Vegas 2K that is coming up very soon. I'd like to do a quick rundown of that top 8, just to we like to make sure everybody's not properly acknowledged.
Yeah, I couldn't get a hold of Ryan for this week because I couldn't find him on Facebook.
I think we're gonna have to reach out. I've never. Ryan McClay to me is a new player. I've never seen it on a list before. Mm-hmm. If he has done good at other events, I do apologize. I'm pretty good at remembering when I see a name pop up on a top 8 list. Either way, he played Evil Alice, and I'm gonna say he called the meta of I know the locals so well I can just name decks and win. But I'm not going to say that that's his plan. He was playing the lows and throws, it's a common build style. Mm-hmm. When you want all your attacks to hit and the right ones to hit, it's pretty good. Second place, Chris Pratt, who has been kind of the big pusher of Lord Raptor for a while, especially in the Vegas group, coming in second with his deck of Doom. Third place, our own Brett Hillman playing Life Dimitri. Almost got there, Brett. I can't wait to see you again at the 2K next month. Fourth place, Jamie Collmore playing Void Metal Man. This deck was pretty spicy. a lot of cool little tech cards in it. I enjoyed taking a look over that deck. Fifth place, Earth Andy being played by Zachary Epperson. This is the throw it down throws plan. That's what this is, which is pretty cool. Really good Earth control deck for what Earth is right now. Pretty good to see a deck out there with it. Sixth place, Kylie DeBray playing Clark off Fire. Definitely in the direction of where Clark is right now. Just playing big moves with lots of damage and just sending it down people's throats. Seventh place, Daniel Skuliser playing Chaos Stake Man. This is the Stake Man we all hate, love, and don't know what to do against sometimes.
I will always love Snake Man.
I know. And then in eighth place was Justin McBride playing Air Protoman 1 Dot. Another Protoman showing back up around again. Like this, people are starting to see the Sovereign's glories are a thing. He clears really well, and you play a lot of attacks with built-in clears. You can just go off with Sovereign's glory, which is always good to see. So congrats to everybody at that event. Can't wait to get out there for the 2K. I hope to see all these players and then some for the 2K next month. Please, big things, guys. If you're not in the Vegas Facebook group, there's somebody who's been posting about cheap badges for Level Up Expo. It's like $20 for the weekend instead of $40. Pretty cool to buy in on. And the event's only give you $5 entry once you've paid your con cover for Level Up, and I can't wait. I always like going to cons, and I haven't been into an actual gaming con in a long time, so I can't wait to check out everything. And Catfight.
Yep. Speaking of conventions, a quick thing I want to bring up, because a lot of people have been asking about it on the forums. People want to know what's happening with plans for Gen Con or Nationals in general. So, Jasco Games, if you're listening, people really want an answer on that because we need proper time for planning. Cats.
I've literally just given them their own base time right now. But like, Lucy, Stuffy, come on, guys. Yep, bathe and go, bathe and go.
Break out the chairs. Break out the tiny cat chairs. Break out the tiny cat chairs.
Nah. Okay. I think I just want to make sure we got that covered for everybody. But yeah, definitely Gen Con. Hopefully we'll get some ideas here. Now, one other thing I'm going to bring up after people were responding to, how Vegas went. The format is what it is right now. The 2K is coming up. The 2K, John has already announced the 2K in Vegas, will the new set out or not out? Because we are in such a gray zone right now with Jasco, the set won't be legal. So the format will be this for the 2K. I'm saddened because Jasco made all this hype that they will have it up for the end of October, and they gave a date. And because they gave a date, now it's like, come on, guys. But I would love for them to post something and be like, hey, where are we on this? Are we in soon? Are we in out? Who knows? But yeah, but that's the thing. I'm still going to the 2K because I'm. Here's the one thing I know about this format. I know what I'm walking into. Mm-hmm. Even with no diversity, I know what to play. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe the West Coast needs to learn a little bit about the punishing powers of Ryu.
All right. Before we get to spoilers, it's that time again.
That time again.
I was waiting for a Wheel of Morality joke, actually.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
That
I don't have,
Andy
I don't
should
have
learn.
Netflix, so I haven't been watching it.
The moral of today's story is that Andy should learn to commit to in a relationship. So we have the new KOF trailer, and if you are familiar with the Samurai Showdown series, you'll be able to look at Banderas Hattori. That is his name, Hattori Banderas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Dude's a fake ninja. This dude's such a creeper. It's great. You're so good. If you beat me out, you could beat my teacher. I'm like, that's not how it works, buddy. Stop being creeper.
So yeah, that's the new dude. He is that final member of that team with the other. I believe he's Brazilian with the other Brazilian boxer
Yep.
or the Latin American boxer. Pardon me. Um, he actually uses several moves from Samurai Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at his rapid strikes, he's actually mimicking Ukio's blade strikes. And he is using Hanzo's, Hitori Hanzo's spiral drop. Or actually, that could be Gelford's spiral drop. I'm not sure which.
So they ran out of ideas and just started copying code from a different game.
Kind of.
Well,
Probably.
actually, it's not really copying because Nakaruru's in the game.
It's more of they wanted to get certain characters. Like they kind of made. I guess you want what's the is it his name's Seth, right, from the last Street Fighter 4 game. He's kind of like Seth. He's kind of knows a little bit of everything.
He's an amalgamation of a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
Though the guy really does look like he's a combination of Gelford and Hattori Hanzo.
Mm-hmm.
His last name, his either first name or last name is Hattori, but he could just be some, and I dare say this, Naruto fanboy that incidentally stumbled upon Mai.
That's about right too.
The fun thing I like that he said, it's like a Fujiyama Kunoichi. It's like, so the great mountain female ninja.
The Great Mountain Female Ninja.
That's
pretty much
horribly appropriate for Mai. But no, we're really looking forward to that. I've been reading in more to it. Atlas is officially publishing the game. They did say that they are actually going to give netcode a very, very hard overworking because SNK actually, now that they're out of the pachinko business, they are very, very committed to their games and rebuilding their game franchises.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very aware that netcode for a fighting game in this day and age makes or breaks a game. So they're going to be working really hard on that. Now, whether that comes to fruition or anything, or they just mean that it won't lag quite as badly as 13.
I found
13 was really bad at times.
I found out why recently, why SNK got out of the pachinko business.
Because Konami got in?
No. Not at all. Konami's actually going to be screwed for going into it. Pachinko machines have to be made a different way for the upcoming Olympics, and all the machines have to be replaced. So it's going to be really expensive to make them pachinko machines now.
Wow. Why do they have to be made differently? What's the
some sort of qualification for I think maybe it's that way visitors coming in can play it a bit easier.
Huh.
I
I'm
put
not
my
sure.
coin in, balls drop, and I use the flippers. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know what the reason was exactly, because I didn't read into the article too deep.
So we got a few more characters to go for KOF. We probably got another, depending on how many characters they drop a trailer. We still got the mystery partner for Team Women.
Mm-hmm.
Still got Yuri. We still got the two members from Team China. Kim's Master. The other two people from Otherworld. And I think that's it, unless they are. Oh, potentially Hopper and Ripper.
Yep.
All right, so we can move on. We got spoiler stuff. As soon as I click the right thing.
Boom.
No, I do not want to watch Kamen Rider Amazons right now.
There was a Kamen Rider card joke in Millennium Blades also.
That's
Yeah.
what Matt says.
It's
The math
called. He's like
the
he's
Kamen Priest.
Kamen the Ancient Priest or something.
Yeah.
He was kind of cool. I liked it.
All right, so first up, we got Hand Puppets, 2/5 plus 2 high block, random symbols of chaos, order, and water. E-commit your attack with a printed damage of 2 gets plus 3 damage. E-commit your attack with a printed damage of 3 gets plus 2 damage. I don't care what people say, Billy is never going to happen. You people need to let it go.
Oh no, I didn't say it was going to happen. I'm just saying the card is neat, Billy. The card actually goes.
I actually think that this card is. I'm getting more behind that this card actually might be insane.
I think it is too, especially
very
for the-
solid.
I want to play. Somebody was telling me like the Order Poke Donovan deck, like with this card's insane. You're just like play my 2 damage poke move, put it to 3 damage, use Donovan, put it to 7. You're just like it makes the early attacks of Donovan's chain do more damage, so you're doing a spread of bigger damage across the turn.
I was thinking of Etencelis and the other things that they got to just.
Well, you can't use Edencelis because it's a 1.
Okay.
But you can use Minstrel. You can use Mistral in it. You can use, but there's a big bunch of things you can try with it.
Yeah.
Spragio and
Yeah,
Strawberry are other big ones.
Yeah.
as reversals.
Good stuff.
Neat card.
Next up, we got a character.
Pretty highly
card.
valued the high block on that card.
Do
Yeah.
what?
I
plus
pretty
2
highly
high.
value that +2 high block on that card too.
It is pretty good. Next up, we got Schechter, which is one of the actual starter deck characters.
Mm-hmm.
719, Chaos, Evil, and Fire. Weren't those the Mace symbols?
No,
she had never had
that's,
evil.
Uh,
She had
that's
air.
not-
She was air, chaos, fire.
That's right.
this is straight up 2 Natali symbols.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so she has E, Destroy Foundation. Your next mid attack this turn gets -1 difficulty and +2 damage. And also, E commit your mid attack gets +1 speed for each attack card in your card pool. The speed of this attack cannot be reduced by effects.
Yep.
There is a lot of good ways to play her. Her slight downside is she wants you to play mids, at least a decent amount of them, if not all.
You share symbols with Mature.
Yeah. She also shares symbols with Chasm Buster and Flash Lightning.
This is also true.
These are the big things. Like the idea a couple of people told me about of playing Flash Lightning with her and then playing a bunch of shield rams to stun them out, and you keep on using that enhance to make your next mid really easy. And then dropping a gigantic speed and damage Dragon Cannon at like 3 difficulty.
Yeah.
But so it's really gonna depend, I think, on the rest of her support. And the other card we see is really good.
Well, what about playing her with some of Felicia's Chaos stuff? That way you could potentially, like...
I could see her being really good with Dancing Flash.
Yeah, that's
like
something.
chaos, like the chaos dancing flash type of thing going.
Another thing I liked that I saw was you could sit there and as they're playing their attacks, keep on blowing up your foundations, and then on the one that they're coming close to kill you, you block it and then reversal with Nivos at like no difficulty.
Yeah.
With huge damage, and then you use that enhance, so that way they can't dust in the wind it when you eventually do the +4 speed ability.
Wily doesn't have chaos, does he?
Wily does have no. He has death, evil, and earth.
Right. See, I was looking at
He does have
Wily.
evil though.
I was looking at Wily and that one foundation that says when it's destroyed, put it back to your hand. If he had chaos, I was sitting there thinking of putting in what's feline spike called nowadays? Cat spike.
That's what.
Pop it, play cat spike, put it back down after playing cat spike, blow it up again, but it doesn't work.
No.
Wish it did though.
But like I think her support will be good towards Wily, and some of the Wily support will be good with her.
It has fire. Don't lie to me. You know you're gonna put it in Hikaru.
I'm going to put the Tatsumi card possibly in Hikaru.
Is she who is Tatsumi who?
Yeah,
shares the
it's
deck with?
yeah. It seems like they switched the symbols on Tatsumi from what we spoiled a long time ago to share symbols with Schechter and put her in her.
Yeah.
Okay. So she doesn't share the deck with Hikaru then, right?
Nope, that's
Okay.
Cadet.
Okay. Next up we got
Malaphase,
Malaphase.
Malaphase.
or as Ben likes to call it, Claw of Mayonnaise.
Claw of mayonnaise.
I was gonna say male feces at some point, but you know, this is why I leave the Latin stuff to you guys. If this is even Latin, I don't know what Indian's root language was based off of. So this is the Claw. 3/5 +2 mid block. Check their symbols. It's unique. Form commit. Add one mid attack from your discard pile to your card pool, and then R once per enhanced step. After one of your foundations is destroyed, this attack gets +2 or -2.
Yeah, that response is going to be really good with Wily stuff,
Yeah.
possibly in Wily himself.
It's almost kind of like Wily had that claw pose for a reason.
True.
I'm now going to take a Wily and take a gold Sharpie to his hand.
There you go.
But yeah, like having double crosser in this out, every time you blow up a foundation to it, you get +3 damage to an attack.
Yep.
Or you could be playing her and just giving +3 damage, or +4 damage, basically. You give 2 to this one and 2 to your next attack.
Just do it on Chasm Buster.
Yep. I like Sean's idea of using the F commit with Deicide. Turn on any combo.
Victor.
There you go.
Yeah.
I actually want to test it with Victor, personally, just for fun. Like, I know it's not going to work, but it might. It's better than blowing up a foundation with Destined Warrior to do it. It's just
Yes.
commit this. Keep going.
Definitely.
Alrighty. Overall, really good card.
Mm.
Next, we got Reckless Charge. It's 4 mid 3, no block, 4 mid for 4, or excuse me, 4 difficulty 3, 4 mid for 4. Tatsumi has the symbols of Chaos, Fire, and Water. We have Charge, which has no actual ability to it. And then combo of a mid attack, and then combo enhance. Choose one of your opponent's foundations. It does not ready during the next ready step.
Mm-hmm.
The cynical part of me wants to say they read my rant about me talking about how I want a 4 mid for 4 with fire and water and ranged, so I could go insane with Hikaru. And they changed ranged to charge on this card. Because this card's almost
Well, it's a
perfect.
reckless charge, so I mean, they're
Yeah.
just diving in.
Yeah, it fits.
I mean, Tatsumi's not even doing the legwork on this. This is all the panda doing.
Yep. Yeah, she's throwing the panda. That's what it is. That's how
Ladies
it's
and gentlemen, we have the cutest version of Fastball Special ever.
The fastball special.
But this card's pretty neat. It's using this to pick up with Head Crush. So you
Yep.
go mid block, Head Crush this, then combo this right away off the water, and then it does share most of those things to do with Hikaru. So if you want to go all in on the plan of having fire water moves that you can give a bunch of stun and whatnot to.
You realize you can play Hikaru in Legacy with Iori 1 Dot and just have a ball with the Iori Fireball loop, right?
Oh my God.
The Iori Fireball loop.
And then
We don't talk about that here.
And then DJ's crouching roundhouse into whatever you feel like.
Oh,
But
those days.
I miss playing 100 games of Ukyo versus Matt Coles at about 15 minutes.
Yep.
We spent more time shuffling than playing.
He means all 100 games in 15 minutes, people.
Yeah.
No joke. Like, those games are done on turn 2. You just start resolving. You literally play show each other's hands and see what happens.
Yep.
The old Fireball loops.
I like this. I know this bothers Matt that it does not have a block, but this is a pretty decent card.
Yeah, it's decent, but it's yet another attack without a block. I'm going to very much agree with Garrett's what Garrett said on the forums about how they're taking away. They've already taken away good blocks off of foundations, with foundations either having really awful blocks or no blocks at all, and now they're removing blocks off the attacks as well. Like Lightning Judgment, no block. I'm just going through the list right now what they have real quick. Soul Gaze has a +1 mid block, but that card's, I don't know. It's like the one card that goes against this. But Reckless Charge doesn't have a block. Call the Storm doesn't have a block. Slaughterhouse has a +3 mid. Like, maybe it's just coincidence, but I want my attacks to have blocks, or I'm not going to play them.
I mean, we're looking at a total of 19 cards this far out of a 99 card set, so we could just be getting the...
Yeah, it could just be mixed signals. But
Yeah.
I very much... Blocking is just as important to this game as attacking. I would very much like to block. That's the only thing I have against this card. Like, I would love the idea of playing Super Argentine Backbreaker into this card and lock 2 of their foundations.
Yeah.
But that's, if you're playing 4 of each of those to try and maximize getting that combo off, that's 8 non-block cards in your deck.
You can survive with...
Here's what I'll say to this. If you're willing to play this card and you're willing to play like a lot of like hyper aggressive mids with like off of chaos, like a lot of them like mature was it mature? Or they had like all like the like snowboarding enthusiast. Stuff like that, like go pick up foundations.
Yeah.
Go pick up spams. Go pick like that deck might actually be something now. Like, it was almost something for a while. Now, this might be what it needs. Like, I'd play this in a freaking deck. Like, remember Kevin played that Lilith deck back at the Rochester 2K, the original one, and he was, like, playing all these mid-attacks, and then, like, this deck would go right in there. It's like, all right, this has +3 speed. Just launch it at your opponent.
I mean, in this you can go Einstrigger... second show, Reckless Charge.
Yeah.
Make them lose cards from hands and lock their board.
Yeah, like, this is definitely, like, there's a lot of ways to combo it. And
Yeah. Jesse, where does this fall in Water Riding?
Currently viable because it has a control element. Control elements matter with Water Riding.
You're also just imagining Raiden throwing the panda, aren't you?
Just draw a little panda on his shoulder.
It's like, I'm Big Bear, you're Little Bear. Go do it.
Anytime I play Tatsumi, once she gets spoiled, I'm gonna take the one of the Juto tokens from BattleCon and just have it sitting on my character card while I play.
All right. Moving on, we had
Admonition.
Admonition, which is a really interesting card. It's a 0/6 +1 mid block that after you block a mid attack with this card, it still deals throw damage.
Yep. It still deals half damage rounded up. This is where we get like a card that goes against what I just said. Because I think this card's insane. The fact that you always take half damage, who cares? It's a foundation with a +1 mid block. That's a 0/6.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the absolute best kind of spam. Like I somewhat poo-pooed on Spirit Form last week, even though the more and more I think about it, that card's really good. I think this card's so much better. Because if you're a deck that just wants to roll 6s and block just enough to live to swing back and kill them the next turn, this is the perfect card for that.
Yeah.
I'm slamming 8 copies of this card into Ryu and hoping that I can get away with it.
No, I'm fairly certain slamming 8 copies into any deck is illegal.
What about 6?
How about 4?
6 was almost good, though.
Almost is only good in horseshoes.
Only until they get the top 8.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
I think this card's great. There's a lot to this card that's gonna see how it works out overall. But I will play 4x of this card.
Yeah.
Like Order needed a good card. I think this I forget what it's called. The 1/5 +1 mid block. That Order had to run off of BB Hood stuff. I think this just replaces that card immediately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. It gives Good another 6 check that does something, which is really weird.
I mean, the only symbol this doesn't really help out because it already has good stuff is all, but it helps out Good, and it definitely helps out Order. From what it looks like Order may not be restored to its full prominence it had during the score days, but it's definitely getting a heck of a helping hand this time around.
Yeah. Order will definitely be one of the decks that I have built with this set coming out. I'm hoping to have an Eligor deck, or Runica, depending on what she does now. And then have my Hikaru deck.
If Runica has weapon, would you just abandon the Runica character card altogether to run Donovan?
Oh.
Okay.
Runica's so much better. She's fun.
Okay. Moving on. We got Frozen Palace.
Elsa's Palace.
Yes. 3/4 +3 mid block. It's a terrain. Static of at the start of each combat phase, both players may seal one of their opponent's foundations.
Mm-hmm.
It also has Chaos, Chaos, Order, and Water.
And puppet symbols.
Yeah, it's got sock puppet symbols. Now I'm remembering that episode of Gravity Falls where Mabel does the puppet show on the stage. This is the stage. We see the sock puppets. It's coming together. And then it's got E, during your turn, commit. Seal one of your opponent's foundations. So on your turn, you get to seal 2, possibly 3, depending on what card effects you got going on. And on their turn, they get to seal 1 for free. Oops. There we go.
Yeah,
that's a good card.
I like this card. It's
good.
I think this. I will say that there's a lot of decks like I want to play. Like if I was playing Raiden, Water Raiden, like this, or even Order Raiden right now, I would play this card immediately. I'd just be like, no to your Ophidia. Like if they're playing Ophidiophobia, I'm just like, Ophidiophobia, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just like, blank that, seal that. E, seal your other one.
Yeah.
Rohit is gone. E.
Well, I mean, we've had other Frozen. What was it? Frozen Throne. What was that Ivy asset?
Oh, I know. There definitely are other cards like this, but it's just like I like the back and forth this card offers. I like that it's seal. It has the seal effects. Like it's gonna be a good card.
Yeah.
Like this is.
Yeah, it's definitely a good card. I just don't know what I would immediately put it into.
I think the terrain battle is gonna start happening soon. We're getting to that point where it's just like there might be enough terrains going around. Where like, hey, terrain battle.
But the question is when will Jazzco Games get off their butt and start giving us the taunts?
I bet you Mortal Kombat.
I can see that. All right. Next up, we got the Rochester 2K promo,
Digit Man.
which this has actually come to an interesting conversation today with, I believe it was Chris Smith.
Yep.
And by the way, guys, this is Death. I actually had to ask Jesse because
I had to go pull up. I was assuming Battle for Power is like every other set of Mega Man, and everybody has the same symbols on all their cards. So I just assume that's Death.
I had to ask Jesse because I had no idea what the crap this was.
It looks like Taskmaster to me.
You watch Total Death. That's the one. That really does.
All right.
But if you would watch Total Top Deck Heroes, you would have known.
Okay.
I watch Top Deck Heroes on Fridays actually because that's the slowest day at work.
Fair.
So we got Nightman. He's 6 hand size, 28 health, Death, Earth, and Order. Am I getting that right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Form once per turn. Your next slam or weapon attack this turn gets plus X damage. X equals the highest printed difficulty on a card in your opponent's card pool. And then R, commit a foundation. After you block an attack, that attack does not clear from the opponent's card pool during the end phase. Right off the bat, I am seeing a setup for a weapon tornado kick deck.
This guy is. If you wanted to try a play Earth Tornado Kick, he might be like outside of playing King. Yeah, this guy's pretty much it. Like I like this deck.
It's like him, Jetta, and King, maybe the three that could.
Well, yeah, but they're better on water. He's better on the Earth plan. Like even though King's better. King's good on all three symbols, but he has the Earth. I think has better on Earth. Like you go block 2 attacks. Go to your turn, pop Unquestionable Loyalty. And they're like, there's 4 cards in their card pool.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And then
I love how you can block. You want to block reversals when playing him because it locks a card for their turn.
Yep.
Like, oh, play the reversal. I'm like, play this, block you. It's locked till my next turn.
This guy very much discourages people from just trying to get random free pokes in.
Yeah.
The top one, I'd say, the top form definitely benefits because we are a very order weapon heavy meta right now. We still have Donovan's big attack. Its name escapes me at the moment.
Donovan's big attack?
Frozen Blade or Ice
Sword.
Sword.
Blizzard Sword.
Yeah.
Blizzard Sword. We got any of Yoshimitsu, not Yoshimitsu. Samurai. Bishamon.
Make those shield rams huge off of Death.
Yeah. Big shield rams. Why not? Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. I think he's going to be a really interesting control character because now you see his character and then you look at his support that's been revealed so far, and you kind of everything makes sense now.
Yeah.
As when I was looking at him, I'm like, he doesn't make sense. Like you look at his support for the 3 cards that are posted, you're like, okay, these are kind of interesting. Like it's something with card pulls, but now everything makes sense. Like I want to play a set of Flail and Shield with him because it's after you block with this card, discard all cards play as blocks from your card pool, draw a card. Like, it's insane with him.
The big thing I want to bring up with this card is even though people are getting it at the 2K, he is not going to be legal until the Mega Man Battle for Power set actually comes out.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was actually kind of a point of contention earlier this morning when we posted this with Chris. Chris, he was kind of really confused on why they would print a card and then not make it legal. Our
I have a
only
couple
real
theories.
answer to that, and I think Jesse posted it this morning,
I
is
got the answer from Sean. It's specifically because it's an event. It's a 2K exclusive promo. It
mhm.
will not be available for via redemption. If there is any left over, they are in there up for Sean to do with as he pleases, just like the
Yeah.
Gemini Man's.
Yeah, you don't want
So
to make it legal because the exclusivity issue, because only
yeah,
people that's going there are going to be able to get it.
yeah,
The reason why I think they chose this is the process to get this approved through Capcom probably takes a while. So it probably got chosen a while ago when they were still hoping for Mega Man to be printed sooner
Yeah,
than.
that's what I was
That's a
saying.
guess. I haven't talked to Sean about it. That's just a pure guess.
That was my guess, is that this probably got printed around the same time they were leaking the spoilers for Mega Man, thinking that it was going to come out like in March, like we originally thought it was going to when the
yeah.
spoilers started coming, and then crap
Yeah.
happens.
Yep.
I mean, he's a cool card. I like him. This will be cool to have, and I definitely, if I get a hold of any extras at the event, I'm gonna have them with me.
I mean, other theory, Sean likes Mega Man, so he's gonna have a Mega Man promo at his event,
Yeah.
and he
All right,
can't
we have-
use Gemini Man again.
Should have done Skullman. Should have really revealed a curveball like Skullman. You're like, what?
Skullman. Skullman's now unbanned.
All right, so what else do we got for the rest of the night, or is that it?
I think that's about it.
That's really it.
Unless we want to talk about
I'm gonna be.
Johnny Cash.
I'm gonna do one thing, and because everyone's wondering why I've always been looking. I've been looking this way the whole time. I've been watching the debate.
I do have one question for Matt. Now that he has all that money,
Yep.
are you going to summon 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons in a single turn?
I don't think I have enough money for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe if I play the guy that starts with $15 extra at the start of the game.
So $15 extra lets you summon 3 Blue Eyes in a single turn.
Yep. He can spend money during tournaments to make his card stronger.
Yep.
We do have something else, by the way. Brett's deck list.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were. Oh yeah. So we'll do that as the ender. Yep. So if everyone's wondering, we have our open policy. If you want us to review a deck list, and you could send it to Matt, Joe, or I, and we will take a look at it. And this week's deck comes from Brett Blaze out of the Amsterdam Play Group, playing Kyo, which is playing 2 Kyo, playing White Jacket Kyo, kick plan.
Take a look at the deck a little bit, because I looked at this a couple days ago, and I...
Got some right kicks, punches, some cat spikes, some delta kicks, scratch attacks, Super Inazuma, we got some Kyo's jacket, some where there's smoke, some bounce and roll.
What does the 2 do again? It's discard momentum, your chaos or fire attack gets +2 speed and +2 damage. Okay.
Yeah, and they get harder and harder to block.
Yeah. During your turn, your opponent's cards get +1 difficulty and +1 to their block modifiers for each face-up card.
Yeah.
So
Is that bounce and roll in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some agile, built for speed, bridging the races, hunters once more, brash, wall,
Termination.
reunion, unexpected, rivalry renew, Dustin Warrior, interrupted education, slithering.
Slitherer and Everhopeful.
So this actually kind of looks like a mishmash of the Felicia starter mixed with some Kyo cards.
It looks like it's trying to just value out with its moves. And just make each move really hard to block. Really hard to block, really high damage.
So mine, and he has, I think, 3 KOs either in main board to stack.
Yeah,
Okay, so they're there to stack.
access to that to get lots of momentum to fuel KO 2 dot's ability.
My initial response is when I played this deck, I actually went more with Lilith that has chaos, right?
Yes, Lilith has chaos.
Lilith and do Weenie Rush because you get a big long stream, and then towards the end of the stream you start popping for the +2/+2, and they just they can't block it after about 4 attacks. I don't know if you guys are seeing something I'm not, but this lineup, this definitely is really good for things. Say maybe for Inazuma Kick, this may just be here for the low block.
Yeah, what I'm trying to figure out is, he's playing the kick plan for bridging the races.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like he's only able to get like at the most 2 to 3 attacks each turn.
Yeah, that's like with that's a lot with how that character works. Like red kick, if they block it, it clears itself and draws them a card, I believe.
Let's go.
Oh no, it's just discard from your card pool and then make their stuff harder. I feel no, that doesn't have chaos. I'm trying to think of more things he could use for the kick plan. I think.
Well, here, let's look.
Yeah. Well, I think the better idea is, as much as the other stacking the other Kyo is good because he's really good at getting momentum. I think it would be better for him to run some more Kyo's jackets.
He was actually running the entirety of Chaos Kicks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not the kicks themselves. I was like trying to look for support to add to it. But like I think like just running more like reactive style, strength of tail, and more Kyo's jackets, just other ways to get momentum, would be better than playing the Kyo. And this is just from my experience from building up the Snake Man deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Snake Man build, all the foundations, everything, you could just use that setup and use a different character, a different line of attacks, and I think it'll still be a solid deck.
See, I think Chaos Weenie weapons may actually be the better way to go. Because Kneecapper's still in the fort, still legal.
It's not a weapon, though.
Well, you know, it's Weenie, though. You have stuff like Soul Thresher, which makes your next attack -2. I mean, again, it's not weapon, but it's Weenie.
Yeah. The thing with the Weenie attack is, with those, you want ways to draw more cards.
Well, you got Wing Slash right here.
Yeah, like you can do Wing Slash and Bounce Fighter. Then we're changing a lot of the deck at that point.
Yeah. Merry Turn, Innocent Hug. I mean, it just stuff that stacks, gives you more damage. Because I mean, off KO, this becomes 6 high for 5. If you play 2 of these, that's +5/+5. That's 7 high for 7.
Like the thing is with the attack lineup he has now,
Yeah.
if he could consistently get that momentum to do the +2/+2, his attacks are like 7 off zone for 8.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yep.
So my biggest suggestion would be add more Kyo's jackets, like Strike the Tails and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like,
Looking at Bounce and Roll.
I think it's just in there.
For the low block.
It's there for the low block, and you can. It's just another way to turn on and ready his the bridging the races.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can just bring back one of your tapped cards.
This is also a very big deck, too. This is 72 cards for a 6-hand sizer.
Ooh, yeah, that's a little bit big for him. I should look at deck sizes a bit more. Um, I'm reading Reunion of Champions because that's the one card I didn't know. Uh, card's neat, but it's kind of luck based. It wants you to check a 3 or for there to be an attack on your deck. It doesn't commit for that first half. Okay, that's not that bad then. Making the deck smaller would be another thing. I wouldn't know where to go about doing that with this deck. But yeah, that's all I've got for suggestions. This deck. Add more stuff for gaining momentum, and cut the other character card.
Jesse, you got anything?
I mean, it could easily do some trim downs. I would probably start with Unexpected Invitation as an auto cut. You're trying to use all your momentum for either your character effects, it looks like, and all your build. I wouldn't want to spend it using momentum doing anything else. I'd probably cut Uninterrupted Education to 1, maybe even just cut Slither Serpent completely. That's just my opinion, though. It's a lot of it's an interesting deck. It's one of those things where it's like it's cool. It could do some great things. It definitely could hurt people. Just depends.
I think it's just kind of too slow right now with the constant 5 difficulty and 4 difficulties.
Depends. This deck, this style might get better with the way the new set goes.
Maybe.
Especially with the idea if you add in reactive style and strike the tail, because those are good ways to get foundations out so you can stay under that 10 limit. Same with Delta Kick.
Okay.
Delta Kick is a solid way for him to get momentum.
Yeah. And I'm kind of wondering if he needs both. Because, I mean, Delta Kick on its own could actually be a pretty strong finisher.
Hold on, can you leave it on Toadstool for a moment?
It pretty much gives any attack a non. It's really good with Delta. Your big thing to do with that card is either get the combo to happen, and then you pull a Delta Kick in, and then you do all the Delta Kick effects, and then you should shooting at their face. Yeah. That's what I think you should be doing with that card.
It turns into another Delta Kick, which this is gonna be the 3rd card in your card pool. So it's gonna be your
4, but with all it's gonna be 3 cards plus the one it drags in, so that's 4 cards for his ability. So their block modifier is +4, so and then you're Delta Kicking it, and you're just trying to launch at their face. So
it'll be essentially 9 speed 8 for 10. That's actually kind of terrifying. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. I want to see more. I actually want to shuffle this up in Tabletop Simulator now, just to see how often you can get that to happen if you cut this deck.
Yeah.
About it. It's about 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So that's it for us tonight. Next week we'll come back with more KOF, more ending spoilers. I need to get back into the frame. Slowly. There we go. We don't have too much else. Is there another PTC coming up next week?
There's one more PTC, if I remember correctly, before the 2K, and that's Omaha. And that's the 30th and 1st. And that's a big play group, and they could definitely get a good turnout.
Oh yeah.
I hope so. I can't wait to see. All right, guys. I want to call it a night myself. I want to call it on here tonight myself because I need to really use the bathroom. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.
Go play some Millennium Blades.
Yeah, You guys will probably see me sooner than these two. You know what shows I do. We'll be doing some more. We got to get this Twitch thing up and going.
Yep.
And we'll see everybody soon.
See ya.
Bye, folks.
Later, man.